I'm extremely happy because I found the latest BEYBLADE X. After going through so many huntings, I was able to get my hands on all of the latest BEYBLADE X releases, and we'll be taking a look at the defense Beyblade that feels special. We'll see if this blade can actually take a hit or if it falls apart and descends from the heavens. And if you are new here and like Beyblades that spin, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts. For Hasbro, this is our debut of basic line Infinity, where in this release, we're going to be seeing a very round defense type, and I'm really hoping that it can actually have some potential here to do something really good for defense, or maybe have some stamina potential. But let's open it and take a look. Opening it, ready and set. 3, 2, 1, go. Aether. So going over to the part by part, let's quickly explain the difference between a regular basic line Beyblade and an Infinity basic line Beyblade. The easiest distinction is just an Infinity Beyblade has way more metal to it. When we take a look at the Ring Aether blade, you will notice that this defense blade does have a pretty unique design to it. There are a lot of bumps and protrusions. You'll even notice that the lower half section of this blade actually does have a lot of plastic, and we'll also mention that it does seem to have an imbalance in the design where its center of gravity seems a little bit off. I do think this can be avoided if you maybe give it like a one-sided ratchet, but I do want to actually see how good is it going to actually be for defense. I do think it's very comparable to Wizard Rod for its shape in design. It is nearly as wide as Wizard Rod, and I would also say it's a very similar blade height. What I am wondering is how much does that actually translate into battle, because unique line and basic line Beyblades are different for their weight distribution. Will it be as good? Maybe not. I have no idea. That's what I actually want to find out. And they give us 080, which is like super tall. I think Zero Sight has good stamina and outwards weight distribution, but is very easy to burst. Not really sure if you'd really want to use a ratchet like this, or it'd be very niche. We do get a new bit of Disc Spike. So Disc Spike is really interesting because we get a disc bit that is our sequel to Disc Ball, but it's not nearly as tall as Disc Ball. This is actually because of the tip height, which I think is really funny. That it almost becomes like what normal tip height. I originally thought when you looked at the box when it said it had 20 resistance, that was some typo. No, it's serious. So what that basically means is that this bit is just dead on arrival. You'll notice that a regular bit has that cuff part sticking out for like 30 resistance. In 20, it's completely gone. That means even if you have a very good ratchet that can bit grip, it literally just doesn't matter at all. Why Takara Tomy decided to make a defense Beyblade bit with lower resistance when the whole goal is to tank an attacker is a very interesting design choice. Fully assembled, we have our Aether Beyblade. I really do like the design of this. I do wish we maybe had some transparent plastic just because the solid plastic is really ugly sticking out. But otherwise, we're going to be trying to test out this Beyblade and see if it can actually tank any hits, and if it can't, we're going to go to the subscribers for any combinations to try to save this blade. So I am joined here by the legendary and talented blader that is my mother. All right, let's try out Aether. 3, 2, 1. How does it move? That's the real question. Our opponent's going to be Aero Pegasus on 150 Rush. Aero Pegasus has great outwards weight distribution and good attack power. 150 puts at a low height, and Rush is pretty hard hitting. How long do you think it's going to take for you to beat me? How many seconds?
Less than 2.
I'm going to win. Come on.
All right.
All right, let's see how long it lasts. 1, 2.
10 seconds.
It actually is lasting.
God. No.
Oh, it actually is saying. Wait! All right, there you go. So I asked you, the subscriber, watching this video to please give me a combination that can save this pathetic stock combo. It literally couldn't even last a fucking minute. And our first comment is from Lafayette. They're wanting us to do 960 under needle. So with us doing this combination, this should put us at a very low height. We should have some pretty good stamina. Obviously, I'm worried about the defensive properties, but we'll see how Aether toughs it out against Aero Pegasus and see if he can last longer than 4 seconds. Okay. Okay, we got like 3 hits. No way, you did actually win. Please tell me I can get you out. Really need that 160 hit to connect against Aether. Yeah. That's how it should go. Are you kidding me? Finish it! Arrow Pegasus! It keeps bouncing around. Come on. There's no shot. For our next combination, the Foolish Sailor. 160 Hexa to dethrone Wizard Rod. All right, now listen. I have noticed with trying to test this thing out, it does have a major imbalance in the design. But this is a pretty common build of 160 Hexa. With its shape and design, 160 should be able to help maybe fix that imbalance, and Hexa does have some pretty good stamina. So are you ready to use it? There is no shot. There is no shot. What happened to my stamina? Yo! Our next opponent is gonna be Shark Scale on 170 kick. Shark Scale is a really good hard-hitting attacker. 170 should help a rebound. Kick should give it a lot of good stamina. I don't expect it to win. Okay, I guess it's gonna win, right? No, come on. Yeah, destabilization, but no. I don't care, it's mine. It's my victory, it's my victory. 2-1. Let's see.
Mine.
Okay, you did win. No. Wait. Come on. This is the meta. This is the meta right now. This is how we're gonna hit it.
You lost. You're gonna lose.
Yeah, you're gonna get de-stabbed randomly, buddy.
We'll see that, buddy.
Yeah, this was a little too close in my opinion. This is a little too close.
Loser.
So I did want to throw up a bonus section against Wizard Rod 160 Hexa. I did notice that one-sided stuff was not going to really give it too much of an advantage, so we're going to do 660, and it's first to 4 for boring stamina. Let's see who wins between the both of us. The question is, can Aether actually prove it has any stamina potential? Because I've been noticing that it will bounce around a lot. Is it gonna be a reverse now? I actually think 660 is gonna give it the advantage against the rod. All right, we're gonna see if our hits can do anything against it, if we can actually win. Yeah, so 660 generally should be able to beat 160 for a stamina mirror, so I am kind of cheating here, because I do think if it was a pure mirror, I would actually lose really badly. Where's my stamina, bruh? Yeah, I think if Aether just, like, is in pure stamina, it probably does good. No, but also, Aether really has, like, this bouncing property to it, so you have to be really careful how you're going to be launching this blade if you do want to succeed and actually win. Thanks so much for hard work.
You're welcome.
Now, what are our first impressions for Ring Aether? If I were to pick an in-real-life object to compare this to, it would be a bumper car. This thing likes to get launched around quite a bit, and because of that, it did make me think. I would say low-resistant bits do not feel like it is a good choice for Ring Aether. It feels like you will just bit burst way too easily. I do think if you're going to be using any bits for, like, defense, it will probably be Hexa. That doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. I do think stamina-wise, it is very interesting. I do think it definitely does have stamina, but you do have to find a way to balance tune it so it doesn't fall over and die so easily. I did try it against Wizard Rod very briefly, and I do think Wizard Rod probably has a stamina advantage potentially, but I do think Aether maybe gets a little bit close. I think it has some potential. I do want to try more combo building. I think Hexa might be the wave for this, and I'm really intrigued to see what combos can really bring out its potential for another video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What combos you want to see me use with this Beyblade and why? And thank you for watching. Take care and bye.